What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. It is the 26th day of May. The final week of May is upon us. Here we are at about $77,000 with roughly 10 hours and 56 minutes left in this day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. We're going to get into the fine-tuned technical details here of this video in just a moment, but I want to go over the general kind of overview of what my perspective in the market is here. And the idea is that from here, more or less, maybe we move up a little bit, maybe we move down, whatever, we're in this area, we're moving down. Overall, from this high to this low, we're moving down. It's like here, if right here I was saying we're still going to keep moving up, but we moved down, we still moved up, right? That's all I'm saying. So even if from here we move up a little bit, we're still moving down. It'll be a lower high. We very well could just drop through the floor right here. I expect that we'll find support somewhere around $70,000 to $65,000 at the lowest, but most likely something in that range, right around 68, 69K. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We'll go over that in this video, I'm sure. It is possible that we're in the middle of one of these kind of torrential downturns. On the bright side, I don't think that's what we're going to see, but on the bright side, if we do, likely, a move like that would not produce something significantly lower than this low, and we'd get done with this drop earlier instead of later. I'd rather get done with the drop earlier. That way we can hit bull mode. I really do believe that once we see this lower low come into play, oh so slightly lower low come into play, I really do believe that there will be mass capitulation there and that we will move up. I'm seeing all kinds of things, man. I'm seeing all kinds of things on X.com. People are saying, I've never seen X more dead. I've never seen YouTube more dead. I've never seen the interaction with crypto more dead. You guys, this is my fourth bear market now. This is the most lively bear market I've ever been a part of. It has never been more alive. It's never been more. This is actually insane. This, to me, the life that I'm seeing on X, my YouTube channel's taking a hit. Don't get me wrong. Definitely, I think YouTube people typically don't like to view videos whenever their portfolios are down, right? Like that's just how it is. YouTube, in my experience in crypto, all YouTubers take a hit in bear markets, and we're definitely seeing that now. But I'm still here, still making videos. So a lot of YouTubers go away during bear markets for this exact reason. But I don't care, man. I'm here. I feel like the energy on X, it's about the same as it was here. Not as euphoric, right? But still just as attentive. There's a lot of attention in the market. Whenever it really is dead, I think that'll happen once we see this lower low. People will just be straight depressed. They won't want to come on. Whenever Ben Cohen gets less hate for his comments, whenever people aren't so eager to jump on and hate the guy because they're in the red so hard that they can't even bear to open up their phone, that's when we know. But man, the engagement on X is not dead. All the people who are saying this is the most dead bear market they've ever seen, I don't get where that's coming from. Maybe they're just not paying attention. Maybe they're stuck in their own echo chambers and everybody's just saying that so they agree. I don't know where that's coming from. But anyways, I'm getting way off the deep end here. That's more theory. That's more opinion, my opinion from what I'm seeing personally. Let's get into the facts. Let's get into the charts. The main thought here is that I don't believe we're going to see a move like this right now. Overall, sure, the end game is probably going to be below this low. But really for right now, I'm expecting that we go somewhere between about $70,000 to $65,000. We'll work our way down there however it looks and then find support, move up, and then continue to move down. August will come around, we'll be below this low. If things go to the timing tune that I think it will. Timing is the hardest part to get. Anybody can predict that the price is going to go down, but timing is that secret sauce, man. It's really hard to find. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin here, we're on the Binance chart, high volume chart, right? Got a lot of volume coming in here, a little bit of a spike there. That's the most volume on a 1 hour candle that we've seen since Saturday. Interesting. Saturday, really? Saturday provided the high volume candle. After we had that high volume candle, we pulled back a little bit. We stalled out, we pulled back. Might we do the same here? We kind of already are. We look at this on the 1 hour RSI. To me, this looks bearish, right? It looks like we've got lower highs overall here, right? And we've got obviously clearly lower lows as well. It makes sense that we continue to move down. The MACD is flipping green. We'll probably find resistance right here around the 0 level. Find resistance, come back down. The MACD is also trending lower as well. If we're looking at this on the stochastics rejected the overbought zone. you're in the bullish area, but you're showing bearish results. You were hanging out, lingering in this bearish area. I'm not really impressed by this move. I wouldn't be surprised if we move lower. What's Ethereum doing? Dash. I think Dash is going to move up a little bit. Just when I say a little bit, I mean like 10 cents, guys. Like, it's not going to move up too much. That might be it. In fact, it might just turn around from here. But anyways, Bitcoin, 4-hour time frame. RSI looks like it wants to be bullish. You continue to find resistance here at this area that you found resistance at before and resistance at before right here. You even found support here in your most bullish of times. I think you are going lower. I mean, you can see it here. You got the lower lows coming in. Stochastics look bearish. The MACD has been green for a second, right? All you could muster with that was a weekend pump that gave you lower highs, okay? And you did, I think, yesterday, no, you did not fill the gap, the CME gap yesterday. Let's see, BTC futures. We look at this here. You did not fill the CME gap with yesterday's price action. We still have a little bit lower to go to fill that gap. So yes, we'll probably go a little bit lower. MACD is postured for a drop right here. I would say so, especially if this 4-hour candle closes here or lower. Okay, all right, there we go. If this 4-hour candle can close where the histogram is dying off in its bullish momentum instead of building its bullish momentum. Again, building bullish momentum is dark green, dying off is the pale green color. If it gets a pale green close here, that would, to me, imply that we are going to see Bitcoin move down over the rest of the day and going into tomorrow, too. We'll probably see prices immediately go back below 76K, if not probably lower than that. Looking at this on the stochastics, pretty bearish, wonky. You would have found support here. You could have found support here. It looks like you did momentarily, but you're just finding resistance at prior resistance. I'm not really impressed. And the RSI, again, is bearish, in my opinion. Looking at this on the daily time frame, anybody wondering why the RSI is bearish? It is neutral, right? Right here, it's neutral. But overall, it's bearish. Why is it bearish, right? Let's look at this. So the reason why it's bearish is, I mean, first and foremost, you had your downtrend, okay? You have not formed an uptrend out of this downtrend. You have no, and in fact, you did, and this uptrend did not get to the overbought zone. That's bearish. In short, you're getting oversold. You're not getting overbought. You're spending most of your life below the 50. You're spending a little bit of it above the 50, right? Bearish overall. So sure, right now, you're right at the 50. It is a neutral read, sure, in an overall bearish environment. Right? It'd be like back here saying that we're neutral, but really we're in an overall bullish environment, consistently getting overbought, not getting oversold, barely living below the 50. Same thing. And what did we do there? What did we do there? We moved up. We moved up. What are we going to do here? Right? It's the opposite end of the coin there, probably going down. That would be my expectation. That is my expectation. Anyways, daily time frame, nice little wick to the upside here, or to the downside. The wick is down. We moved up. The RSI, it is bullish overall. We are in this bearish kind of area. If we can't get back above the 50, I would say, and especially if we find resistance to the 50, I'd say this very much agrees with the bearish idea. You can move up here, you know, get a lower high, keep your lower lows going. It looks to me like you want to go to the oversold zone. Probably, here's the thought, man. Whenever we get to the oversold zone, that's when the move really happens, the move to the downside, right? Imagine here we got oversold, okay? You were overbought up here, so there's the high. You started to move down before then. But once you were oversold, which was right here, that was literally, let's put a line right on it. Okay, here, I'll delete all this so you can see it clearly. Whenever you got oversold right here, that was to the day. That was literally to the day. As soon as you got the day that you got oversold, that was the beginning of this massive downturn right here. So we might be working our way down as we are now to this oversold area, but it's once you get oversold. See, this is where the RSI throws a lot of people off. People expect that once you're oversold, it's time to buy. Once you're overbought, it's time to sell. It's not always that cut and dry. In a bear market, when you're overbought, sure, it might be time to sell. But in a bear market, as soon as you get oversold, that typically is the beginning of a breakout phase, okay? And maybe not the beginning of it, well, the beginning of the move that is caused by the breakout phase. Here, You know, we've kind of broken out of this trend, this higher low trend right here. We're still in this overall consolidation phase. Whenever we break out of that, whenever we see a significant break to the downside with some volume backing it up, that probably comes with this oversold territory. Stochastics are coming up. We could come up a little bit more, find resistance at the 50, but overall they're bearish right now. The MACD is neutral. It's truly neutral. You've been red. You've got, do you have a little bit of bullish divergence? You have a little bit of bullish divergence, sure. It can go lower though. I would not weigh on this too much. It can certainly go lower. What you're looking for if you want to be bullish is the orange line to hold above the zero. If you get both these oscillators below the zero, you can still find support. Like here, they were both above the zero and you still found resistance. It was fake resistance. You ended up breaking through anyways, but I digress. The point being, if you go below the zero with these oscillators, that really starts to add to the bearish narrative that we are moving lower. And I think we will move lower. That's kind of the whole point of this video. So I've got nothing else to say. We can go over why I think we're going to the certain target areas that I believe we're going to. You know, I went through and I measured a bunch of different fibs on all these highs and lows, and we found a lot of significance around the 786, 886 area. The 786, 886 area of this move from a low to a high, 786, 886 right here, that's at about 66.8K to 68.4K. So something right here in this zone, okay, right there in that zone. 68.4, 66.8. If we look at this from a low point here to a high point here, this is our overall low to the overall high of the range. Low to high of the move is what we just measured, but low to high of the range overall, very significant measurement, I think. It's completely appropriate to take both of these measurements. I think it's good to do that. Look for congruence. The golden ratio is right here at 67.8K to 66.3K. So I really do think this area, whether it's, 66, 68, whatever, I think something in there, it'll probably be a higher low. Maybe we get a slightly lower low to that, whatever. People really freak out, and then that's whenever we pump. I don't expect this to just be one fell swoop to lower lows. I do expect we'll find support at various places, find resistance, continue to work our way down. But inevitably, whenever we get lower, the idea here would be that if this is the true high and we do not get above this high, and I don't think that we will, the idea is that we get to 55 to 49.1K by the end of the bear market sometime in August, September, October of this year. That's the idea. I'm thinking August. Could be later. Could be as early as July. That might be more of the path of this here, but we'll see, I doubt it happens in the month of June. That would be intense. But, man, if this happens in June, we might have lower targets on the brain. Or maybe this bear market gets done with quicker than expected, way quicker than expected. We could have a left-translated bear market. Maybe. Anyways, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.